All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. We first review the watch list and we trade the market over every day. Hope everyone, were able to get some profit off of that beast IMRN yesterday with a 3.2 million flow. That was a beauty. Really, really nice. Let's actually pull it up, see kind of what happened here. So this is IMRN actually right now. We are kind of breaking higher here, but we've been pulling back and now below VWAP, some big resistance above. I don't know, maybe out of the gates, IMRN is going to try to push it. We'll see what happens. I'm not totally sure. I might look at it. I might not. I don't totally know. But wow, just an absolute crazy run. I would have loved to trade IMRN, but you guys know I was out of trade, so I couldn't do that. But yeah, I mean, it was a beauty, and we were looking at it right here on the live stream, roughly at like 10:30. We were like, are we gonna hit 14? That was the big question. We hit 14, and then we raced on by it. So beautiful, beautiful breakout trades on IMRN. Totally congrats to anyone that got that. Oh, it was painful. I know some of you guys probably also have limited buying power, and it's so painful when one of those, you're seeing some perfect setups. You probably maybe already used all your buying power, and you're just watching these things kind of sliding by. It's like, oh, but it is what it is. Really quickly here. Let's quickly do the housekeeping, finish with the housekeeping. It's, what day is today? It's Wednesday, June 10th. It's 9:17, let's just say, a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got another 13 minutes till the market opens at 9:30. We'll wrap up trading when the buying power is empty. This looks a little confusing right now because the buying power says it's negative. It's actually not negative. What happened was yesterday I deposited $3,000 into this account on kind of accident. I meant to go to a different account, and then I withdrew that money today. It's not done settling for another 4 days, but now it's withdrawn again. So it's a little bit weird. Don't worry, all the accounting, everything is totally fine. No money, 3,000 went in, 3,000 went out. So it doesn't affect the challenge whatsoever. It's a little weird though, because now I have to kind of guess what my buying power is. But let's see, if we just go to like, so you can see here when I edit an order, you can see that the buying power, if I did like a $580 size trade, my buying power would then be 2,218. So this is correct here. This is wrong. And TD oftentimes makes wrong information here. Like day trades left too. This is a cash account. It's not under the pattern day trader rule. So there's all these little quirks and kinks that, TD Ameritrade that you just kind of get used to, and you know what's actually serious and what's not. So let's see what we're gonna do today. I did have, how should I start? So GNUS, I'll talk about this one quickly. I couldn't really decide on my second favorite lead gapper, and I kind of just put GNUS on here because I thought there might be some really good dip buy potential around, whole dollars and stuff like that. So 40%, gapping up pre-market, and that was before this nice little, actually, wait, that might be wrong. Let me quickly check here again. Sometimes I check these spikes at different times. Let's see. So, okay, total about 50% gapping up pre-market. Oh, I have a really big cut in my mouth. It hurts. 87 million float. So again, kind of on the side that I typically don't trade. U.S. entertainment company. No real news. Just to me, it's kind of bouncing. It's a backside move. Big support in this area between $3.50 and roughly $4. So right now it's having a bit of a bounce, kind of chilling this $5 area. I don't really see it, breaking $6.50 or breaking $7, or if it breaks $7, maybe it's going to hit $8. But I don't see like a giant, crazy move. Although, if it breaks $8, then it's a 100% gainer. So we'll see what happens with GNUS. Again, I don't know. I think it could be interesting, but I don't think it's going to be, the number one stock to be trading today. DPW, this is obviously what I was looking at, and this is what I want to talk about. I got a little pre-market trade on this one. Let's just quickly review why I was looking at DPW. First of all, when I was going through the scanner, there's a lot of chop. And then this thing was up 160, 70% before this pullback here. And then now it's up, 250%. So I was like, okay, well, this is definitely one of the top stocks. It's between $2 and $7, my favorite price range. Float of 4.8 million. U.S. electrical equipment company, and they got a 3.2 million purchase order. So that's really, really nice catalyst. You guys know those are some of my favorite kind of catalysts. Also, it's a government order. Wednesday. Let me just see if I got that right. 4 different global defense contractors. So actually, I'm not totally sure if it's governmental, but yeah, I mean, the fact that it's 4 actually even makes it better. So let's see how DPW holds on. So it's got micro news, and technically it has macro news because it's kind of in that whole surveillance, just like DGLY with the cop cameras. So I really like the general niche it's in, the general industry, and it has micro news. So 2 very big things going for DPW today. Whew, let me catch up with myself. 9:21 a.m. We got a little bit of time. I should have been trading this like all pre-market. $56, not too bad, because this was actually a 10%, or and this is probably more of like a 12% profit. I only used 140 shares at 365. I think this was like 140 shares times 3.65. This was roughly a $500 position size. Yeah, $511 position size. So I made like 11% on this one. This was a nice little clean trade. I used half my position size because, it's pre-market. I didn't want to start my day off with any sort of big loser, just in case this thing, has some sort of news that comes out. I was thinking about trading it again right here in this area. I had my limit order just a little bit lower, so I missed this entry, which is a little bit unfortunate because it ran again 13%. I will 100% will be keeping my eyes on DPW out of the gates, without a question. That's what I'm going to be looking at. So I'll leave that one on this chart. I'll probably be looking for a full position size with the first trade, but we'll see. We'll see what we do. You guys are asking if IMRN will be good today. I don't know. To me, yesterday was a huge day. Sometimes the fall through is a little bit light on the second day. Sometimes there's just a little bit of consolidation. Maybe we're going to get a secondary move on it, but honestly, this thing went up so much already yesterday. I mean, what was that move? It was like it was at $1.50 a few weeks back. Hit a high of almost $30, $28.99. But it did kind of close decently high. So that in itself is fairly good news. So again, I'm going to be watching IMRN, but I don't probably think I'll be trading it. I don't think it's going to be the hottest stock today. DPW is where really most of my attention is. Fritz, no, I don't have a little fairy in my shirt pocket, but that would be cool. I use TD Ameritrade, their little news feed right here, and then I just kind of go through it and see what kind of catalyst it has right here. You can also use FinViz. I use that quite a lot. I mean, there's so many news sites. So you just basically type in a stock, type in the ticker, look for the news, and that's it. Not all news sites have the catalyst, but typically I find that if it's on FinViz or if it's on Google Finance, it's definitely on TD Ameritrade. If anything, it'll be on TD Ameritrade and not some of the other sources. So I find TD Ameritrade, the news feed, pretty reliable. Although today with CRIS, it was not popping up anything on CRIS. So let's quickly pull this one up. Gotta say, I was a little bit disappointed here. Let me see if anything new popped up. Maybe I just didn't notice it. $5 price target. So that price targets are okay. They tend to do pretty decent. There's also, what was that you said, FDA or something on this one? Yeah, so this one's missing that FDA, I think, news that you were talking, that somebody in the chat room was talking about. Oh man, I just realized I wasn't even looking at CRIS. I was like, wait, something does not feel right about this ticker. I apologize for that, guys. Here we go. Receives FDA clearance, potential cancer antibody. Okay, so scratch the $5 price target. Sorry about that, guys. I was looking at the wrong stock. So this is going to be interesting with CRIS. Let's see how this one reacts. I wouldn't be surprised if this one tried to have a little bit of a quick pull to the upside and then got a little bit rejected there. So big kind of pivot zone here at this $2 area. So let's kind of mark this area as well. Whoops. And then let's go back to the chart. So you can kind of see that 2.5 is going to be a potential breakout zone. Let's see if we can break through that area. Let me check out DUO here. It was at 130 yesterday, pulled back quite a bit. Wow, this thing is all over the place. I probably don't want to be touching this one. Huge potential to make some good money. I have no idea what this company is. Let me quickly check here with FinViz. DUO. Chinese real estate services company, 7 million float. First quarter results must be really good. Revenue declines. I have no idea why this is up so much. Positive volatility. Annual report. Buy the rumor, sell the news? I have no idea. So on the 10th conference call, I'm not sure. I really have kind of no idea on this one. Looks like this will be a roller coaster for sure. We'll definitely keep an eye on it for sure. Couldn't really tell you what's going to happen, but it's going to be interesting to watch out of the gates. I'm going to pull up CRIS on my other chart here, looking for probably an entry around $2 would be nice. And then and then DPW. Something tells me this is going to try to spike higher. I'm not sure if we're going to find support or not, but yeah, this is going to be an interesting open here for sure. I'll either be trading this one with 200 shares or 100 shares. CRIS, keeping a close eye at the $2 zone. All right, guys, 13 seconds. Good luck, everyone. Big buyers at 218 on CRIS. Quick pullback and then instantly breaking higher here. I would want to buy this one, but I don't know if TOS is going to be fast enough for me to get out of it. I think it's going to have a nice breakout here at 520. A little bit choppy. I'd be pretty nervous. CRIS pulling back as well a little bit here. Wow, quick bull back to 43. Definitely going to be some dip buyers there. CRIS not pulling back, ripping past 217. Putting a limit order at 212 on CRIS. DPW might pull back here. IMRN got halted on the way up. Thanks for that news. Looks like CRIS might break past 2.4. Still have yet to get an entry on it. Moving my limit order on CRIS a little bit lower here towards 205. DPW trying to maybe break higher here. Like a sipping coffee, like a smart man. Woo! Things are going crazy. I might be in CRIS. I don't know. I might be in it. My limit order was just touched. I have no idea if I'm in this trade. It says my limit order is working. I have no idea if I'm in CRIS. Okay, I am in CRIS. I just got the alert. I had no idea. Let's see if we can quickly get out of this one. I should be out of CRIS. Here we go. This is really, really confusing. The lag on TOS is just mind-blowing right now. I should be out of it. Again, I have no idea. Place the limit order on top. I slap the bid. This is some pretty critical TOS glitching we're going on here. This order should already be executed, and I think it is executed. I mean, you can see here that this order 100% should be executed. I think it is. All right, I just got the notification that this order is executed. So I lost $5 a share on that one, but it could have been much worse. I mean, $5 in total. Not a bad trade. We're still totally green on the day. That was just really weird. Woo! All right. I didn't know I got an entry, and I didn't know I got an exit. Wow. That's TOS sometimes for you. My IRA just sold some IMRN. I had a nice little dip on that earlier today. Actually, I totally forgot about that position. Oh my Lord. All right, so there we go. Let me quickly get my bearings back together here. IMRN might have another explosive move here. I'm watching it very closely. I would like to trade this one with probably smaller position size, right around where it is right now. Let's see if we can get an entry on IMRN. Oh, we just got an entry on IMRN. Looking for a continuation on this one. We had a nice halt on it. Let's see if we can get a secondary halt on the way up. It looks like it might actually pull back here below 14. Gonna have to get out of this one. Took a $40 loss on this one. That was probably too quick of a trade. Did what I wanted, but it kept pulling back, so I had to manage my risk on that one. Okay, so now we're kind of getting, okay, that was a little sloppy move from me. We're only $10 up today. That was a sloppy trade. I like what I saw on this one. We had a really, really nice move on it. Nice pullback. I wouldn't be surprised if we had that continuation here, but to me, I didn't want to see a break of 14, and then we instantly got that break of 14. So that was a little bit, probably jumped the gun on this one a little bit. So I'll have to think about that for a second. Luckily, I used small position size, so that's some good news on this. Yeah, this thing's pulling up again. So yeah, I should have waited one extra second. I think I was a little bit confused with that other IRA trade that I actually kind of forgot about. The pains of trading with 2 or 3 accounts. Okay, so I'm just watching IMRN fairly closely here. I'm watching DPW on the main chart, and I'm trying to keep an eye on CRIS because this one is actually turning out to be one of the nicer movers. We used about $2,000 in trading size today. That's not too bad. So let's go ahead and think about what's going on here for a second. I have technically a full secondary trade I can do. So yeah, I can do basically a full one more position size, or I can do half position size. That second trade was a little bit unnecessary, so I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt with that one. Maybe I got too excited, but you know, a lot of these stocks that have their first halt on the way up, they'll continue running really nicely for at least a second attempt halt. So I really think IMRN might be that opportunity. So I'm going to keep a close eye on it. Unfortunately, I got chopped out on this one. So here we go. Yeah, I really got chopped out here near the low, but I did not want to be part of a break, a halt to the downside. I didn't want to see the break of 14. So I should have been a little bit more cautious and buy at the 14. That way I could have held a little bit more risk. So that was my mistake on that one. That was a ridiculous little mistake. DPW, just watching it here. Whew. Remember guys, if you enjoy the likes, don't forget to smash that like button, especially if you're not trading in the morning. You could take this extra time you have to support the channel. DPW making moves. Probably take half size on this one, see if we can get an entry on it. I like this 5-minute breakout. Really aggressive breakout on DPW. Really sweet stuff what we're seeing here. This might get halted on the way up. It's unfortunate. IMRN is doing exactly what I wanted. Would have been a really nice trade. I just got too aggressive. I was a little bit trigger happy. DPW at 5.5 might get halted, honestly. IMRN did actually do that second pullback just now. That's what I was worried about. Good chance that DPW is going to get halted here. Woohoo! Up 40%. What an act. What? This thing is going crazy. So we have 1 green trade, 2 red trades today. Nice, Daniel. 9:45, what a crazy open. Looking if we can get a pullback to 5 maybe. Doesn't really look like it, but I don't really feel like buying it in this area just yet. That was a very aggressive move. Looks like 5.9 might break here. This could get halted. Oh yeah, I think we might see a breakout here at 5.96. Just saw the break of 6. Why is this not getting halted? This should have been halted quite some time ago. Good thing I cut my losses on IMRN. That's what you just got to cut your losses sometimes. It's hard to do, but the more you cut your losses, the more you don't think about it. You just do it. That's the point you want to get to. Really sweet here on DPW. I'll check out some of the tickers later. I'm a little bit focused right now. 6.3. How is this not halted? I would love to get an entry on DPW. I'm just not totally sure where I want to do that. So I'm going to be using probably half position size unless I see some sort of phenomenal entry, just to reduce some risk here a little bit because it is kind of choppy. $5.5 could see some really big support. CRIS did exactly what I wanted. Oh, it's so painful that I had to get out of this trade. Up 20%. That would have been such a sweet trade. CRIS, right here it is. Lost $5 on this one. Yeah, that was a little bit annoying. You know, kind of got pushed around there a little bit. Did not like not knowing what my order was on that one. I'm putting a limit, an alert on CRIS, see if we start breaking higher. Above 2.4 is really what I'm looking for. What's QLGN doing? I could just use maybe like one or like half your position size on setups that you're not a big fan of. That could allow you to take action, get used to the volatility in the first 15 minutes, but it could also reduce a lot of any sort of risk. Michael, that's true. Chris says CRIS has big resistance at 2.4 and 2.5 that I want to see this thing break through. I think DPW could be a pretty phenomenal setup here. It's already up 300% though. Kind of an aggressive morning it's had. $31 million float. Here DPW is looking like it's going to be a breakout right here at $6. We could see this thing absolutely run again. Again, I'm not totally comfortable with this entry though. Yesterday we had 1200%. Yeah, fair enough. IMRN is below 1240. So really, really good that I cut my losses on that one. That whole entry itself was a little bit probably unnecessary. DPW pulling back here a little bit. So far, I have no open orders. I removed my DPW order. I just want to let you guys know that. Man, oh man, there's a lot of hot stuff going on right now. GNUS kind of holding this area too at $5. This could be a break higher at one point. And then we have CRIS doing quite a good job here. Want to see this one start taking off. What I really would not want to see on CRIS is just continuous selling pressure. It did pull back over 30%, so just keep an eye out for that. Sometimes it's signs of weakness. But, you know, we've been seeing all sorts of just crazy moves, kind of regardless. DPW looks like it might break 6 in all honesty. This could just be a really, really nice setup. I'm really nervous for some sort of fake out though. That's why I'm not trading this one. 952. I never want to be like overly biased on the times because, you know, every day is different. Whoa! CRIS, absolute explosion, guys, to the upside. Let's see if we can jump on board with this one. Big break of 2.5, guys. Big, big, big break on this one. Trying to get an entry at 242. Move down my limit order a little bit to 38. Half position size, guys. Using half position size here. I'm looking for a continuation with CRIS. We had a nice break from this big resistance zone. So let's see if we can have a continuation. $235. Still selling pressure. Probably a lot of profit taking going on there. Some big orders coming through right now. I'm looking for a break of 2.5. $278 was the former high. 250 getting chipped away here. There we go. There's the breakout we were waiting for. Small position size on this one. Half my position size. It's pulling back again here. Still big sellers on this one. Half position size. Here we go. Join the ask. Half position size. Trying to close my position, but again, having TOS issues, guys. All right, $57 profit on this one. Not too bad. That's actually like 11-12% gainer on this one. Very small position size. It was a risky trade. I didn't feel 100% comfortable trading this breakout, so I was like, let me calm down for a second here. It worked out perfect. So this one actually would have been good to get aggressive on. You never really know, but it's always good to go lighter on a setup that you're not totally comfortable with. So little, 2 green trades, 1 red trade. Let's keep focusing here, see what we get out of it. So sweet, 11%. This thing looks like it still has a lot of energy in it. I'm trying to watch DPW though at the same time, which looks like it's trying to crawl up here. I'm going to really be careful on DPW right now though. Thanks, Heiko. I'm kind of surprised CRIS just really kind of blew on out of here. I'm just watching it. If we get another pullback to 2.4, I'd probably enter. I don't think we're going to really get it just now. This thing looks very aggressive, but I'm just going to be ready. It's tough for me to say what's going to happen. I just, I kind of react based on what I see, and then I take profits, and then, I cut my losses quickly. So let's see what we get here. Yeah, TOS is super laggy, guys. It's very, very laggy, and it's freaking me out as well because I don't even know if I'm getting entries or exits half the time. CRIS breaking out again. It's going to be a break of 3. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, that was it. That was it. I would be the most nervous little chicken if I was holding CRIS. I'd be running around just like 305, 309. $316. Still watching DPW here, guys. It's 9:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. GNUS, second lead gapper on the day, $158 million volume. I really want to, see if we can get a secondary entry though on GNUS. Let's see what the next big resistance zone is, because it looks like we're kind of just flying here past a lot of big resistance. 316. So we definitely have some tops and bottoms at about 5. Four is a clear support and resistance zone. DPW looks like it's very nice breakout though. I just don't know if I can get on board with this. I really don't like trading those 10 o'clock breakouts. I don't know why. I tend to have bad luck with it. But again, I don't like being overly biased. Sometimes it keeps me away from really, really good entries. But that's just what I'm thinking right now. This looks good. I mean, we're having a really nice breakout on DPW, guys. I think this could be a runner. I'm not sure how much it's going to run. I would probably be very careful on this one. I'd probably take 5% profit and move along. I don't know, that top at 0.6 scares the heck out of me. I gotta say, I'm not totally on board with this breakout. I'm probably gonna be totally wrong. Let's see if we can break 6.4. Whew. Nice, Augustin. That is insane. Yeah, sweet trade on that one. Boom! DPW, guys, 6.5. Oof. Okay, so it did break out here. Oh well, I don't regret not trading it, right? I mean, it's like if I don't feel comfortable, I don't have that good, gut feeling, then what's the point? I'd rather sit back, watch, and learn. Look at this little shaky though. I probably would have got shaken out here if I bought this breakout. I don't know. But this is kind of what I was talking about. I was a little nervous here, so I probably would have took profits at the double top. That still could have been a decent 8% move. Really sweet. So I was mapping over here on CRIS. I was just looking through on the bottom right of the chart. You guys will be able to see it. I'm just kind of going through some support and resistance zones. So we have definitely $4, some tops and bottoms. We have $5 and then $6. So, the clear whole dollar thing tends to perform very nice with CRIS. So I don't really think this move is over with CRIS. Tesla surpassed 1K. Oh man, I missed that. Thanks for the share. I would probably buy DPW on a dip at 8% or so, 5 or so. CRIS. NKLA was such a ripper. Let me pull it up very quickly because I don't really want to take my focus off DPW. But I think we got a little bit of time here. Kind of a choppy open, big red degree move. This thing's at $68. This is insane. 31 to $93. Yeah, that's 300% return. Not a bad return on your money on that one. I don't know if I probably won't be trading NK LA. This could be a cup and handle with DPW. Again, I don't feel that confidence on it anymore. I coulda, shoulda, woulda got more aggressive here below $5, but just missed that opportunity. It just slid right through my fingers so quickly. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I actually wanted this entry at 4.5. 50% rally from there. Nice, Corey. Cody. 469. That's a solid entry, Cody. Oh man. Yeah, good idea, Augustine. I like maybe when I'm in the States, I'll do that, but right now I don't really have time. Markets close and it's 10 p.m. over here. So, I'm like, it would be tough just because I do other things besides trading. So it would be definitely a little bit inconvenient, but it would be fun. I'm not against it. I love the idea. I look at charts all day. It's not like I don't want to. It's just I don't know if I could squeeze it in just yet. Or just at the moment, I don't know. CRIS, tickling my whiskers. This thing wants it, and it's going to get it if it keeps dangling it in front of me. CRIS pulling back. Could be a really interesting entry around 2.4. That's kind of what I'm watching here. Oh, too many stocks to watch. I'm really just focused on CRIS and DPW. Both of them I would like to buy on a dip. DPW near 5 and CRIS near 2.5. Carmela, that is so, so awesome. Your son's gonna kill it. Tickling my whiskers. Now there's an idea for a shirt. I guess I was living in Fort Lauderdale for some time, and I'm actually from Florida, but right now I'm in Berlin. All right, so slow on the pullbacks here, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It means there's actually a lot of strength still in the stock. Just kind of, I don't, I got in my, whew, hold on, let me try to speak here for 1 second. In my 25K challenge account, we do have $500 left to trade. Not a lot of money, but we do have a little bit of cash left. So let's see if we can get a nice little snaggeroony here. $10.07, guys. It is 10:07. These are when things calm down just a little bit. It's quite nice. This is when Heiko gets interested in trading. I gotta say, the glitching though today was really bad. That was just not very nice. Hey, Berlin's pretty cool, 1AP Pro. I don't know if you've been, but it's pretty solid. But yeah, Florida's super good as well. I like to go back and forth. Berlin in the winter time is pretty gnarly. I'm not a big fan of Berlin in the winter. GNUS breaking VWAP. Good call out. Yes, it is. It's definitely getting its little steam engine going here, GNUS. Next stop is breaking 5.4 and kind of 5.5. DPW, I'm still kind of waiting for a bigger pullback. I just don't really know if we're going to get it. I'm not like ecstatic about it. This is GNUS is kind of interesting here. Could see a nice little trade. Decent volume coming in on this one. Not the biggest percentage return though. I think we might have better stuff, especially with the fact that I'm just stuck on such small volume. I mean, size. Yeah, David, I've definitely been there. I even have gloves now just for my bike. Uh, DPW and CRIS are both attempting to break higher here, so it's a little bit kind of similar setup. I mean, both of them had a nice little rally. Now they're consolidating near the highs, had a few failed breakouts. So It was right being more cautious. Although there's still definitely a bunch of money to make. Looks like both of them might have a fake out here. First time I ever wore a scarf. That's really funny. Those fishing things, like those fishing scarves, are actually really nice. Or the snowboarding one. CRIS pulling back, guys. I'm watching it quite intently here. Anything below 250, I would really like to see. I don't know if we're gonna go below 250. That would be a pretty serious pullback. All right, Michael, really nice. That's how it's done. Take that profit, walk away. Less chances of giving it back, which definitely happens from time to time. That's basically what happened today. I mean, we were up 57 bucks today before the day even really started, and then I kind of gave that back. But now we're back. Now we got it back again. So sometimes you just got to lock it up. All quiet on the Eastern Front right now. CRIS trying to break higher again. GNUS still at 5.3. Decent dollar volume on all of these stocks. They both look like they're going to pull up here. Fortnite Fury's wondering if trading is my main income, and yes, it's not my only income, but it's definitely my main one. Obviously not the $25,000 challenge though. CRIS and DPW are so on the fence for me, both of them. Oh, Fortnite, that decision is 100% up to you, man. You got to know what you're trying to do with Tesla and you trade. It's never wrong. You never go broke taking profits. Let's just say that. Yeah, maybe. Actually, I forgot about the Fed meeting. What time is that? If Hertz totally get delisted, then your shares will disappear. But if it, most likely, it's going to go to the OTC markets, which means your shares are going to get converted into the OTC ticker, which is going to be like HTZ and then some other letter, maybe with an L or something. I forgot what it is. And that's going to be, that's what I call the graveyard. That is not a fun place to be. I'm thinking what can give us the best potential here for a second trade. And I think CRIS definitely has that potential. CRIS pulling back here at 63. I wonder if it's going to break VWAP. Right now we're still holding. Bouncing off the 9-minute EMA on the 5-minute chart. Really big support of 2.5. Whoa, Satoshi, good to see you here, man. CRIS bouncing off that 2.6 pretty hard. Hurts from AK, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. 45,000 is not a bad place to be up. DPW pulling back and CRIS both pulling back a little bit here. CRIS still pulling back. Big question is it going to break 250? Still a lot of sellers at the 260. Could just reverse right here too. I'm not totally sure what it's going to do. I think there's a lot, there's probably a lot of people waiting to dip buy it, but at the same time, I don't like buying these dips early, especially on the backside of a move. So I don't think I'm going to be buying it. All good over here, Satoshi. All good and gravy. Today was a freaking crazy open. All over the place. We had some really, really interesting trades though. Oh yeah, AVCT really, really nice. Big resistance at 8. Still a very strong uptrend though on it. There's 226 people watching. I have not checked once today. I was just like glued to the charts. Woo, that's awesome, guys. I think that's a new record. I'll have to check, but I think that is a record. If you're liking the content, don't forget to drop a like, guys. It means a lot. Really, really appreciate it. DPW, I don't really want to take my eyes off of it. Let's see how it goes here. Pulling back one more time. CRIS looking okay. DPW having a bit of a bounce here at 5. Not super stoked about it since the bounce is a little bit slow. DPW looked like it might break 5 here. Big bounce off of it. CRIS did have a pretty decent bounce, I gotta say. 5%, not too bad. I wonder if it's gonna keep pulling back. DPW looks like it's still gonna be pulling back here. GNPX, I don't know. GNPX is a little dead to me. CRIS pulling back here. A bit of a serious pullback on that. Markets are all over the place a little bit. NASDAQ is a bit more green. Potential entry on CRIS here at 50s. Another VWAP bounce it looks like could be taking place. I don't know if I'm going to trade it. DPW cracking here. Under $5. I usually love buying these dips under the whole dollars when they lose selling volume. I only got one trade left with a half position size in my cash account, my challenge account. So I'm being a little bit picky right now. Maybe we're going to get, a little bit further pullback. I'll answer some more questions later on here. I don't want to really take my eyes off of things right now. Some critical moments. It's been quite the pullback with DPW. We might even break this 80 area. This could be a really interesting entry if we even go into the 70s. Could have a little retest here at VWAP. The moves on DPW are just so strong. I wouldn't say that the DPW defense contract's undervalued, no. I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say it's undervalued because the DPW is up 260% on the day. Thanks, Fortnite. That's funny. Appreciate it. It looks like it's going to bounce here. So we pulled all the way back to 91. 5% bounce so far. I don't really think it's over. DUO, let me pull it up. This one has been so ridiculous. Oh yeah, look at that. That is just terrifying. I'm so sorry if anyone experienced that. This thing could actually bounce though at one point. The bounces on this thing are probably just so rewarding, just mind-blowingly rewarding. It looks like DUO got halted on the way up. That's a good sign. That means this thing could bounce really strong. You can make a real quick freaking 100% on this one. I'm gonna put alert on it just for giggles. Yeah, everyone has the stock like that. Fortnite. That's GNPX is a little bit like that. Every time I trade it, I mess up. I don't know. I just rather just not trade it. A lot of pulling back right now, guys. Just loads and loads of just pullbacks here. You want to keep them somewhat simple, 1AP Pro with the support and resistance. So someone asked if I can speak German. Yep. Fritz, I can. Maybe I'll speak some later today. DPW, guys, what kind of bounce is this? Is this a bounce of champions, or is this a bounce of not looking so hot? CRIS could be pulling back here again. You guys will know if I enter and exit a stock. Not just does it make a noise, but I always call out an entry. I have no entries right now. I have no open limit orders on my challenge account. You can also see here on the current account, this is all positions. So just look under current account and you'll see if I have an entry. Bounce of champions. Could this be the reversal train we're seeing? It might be. Nice, the P marks. Okay, so it looks like I was too conservative on both these dip buys. Probably due to the fact that I was limited on my trades, but at the same time, it's hard to say that. But now it looks like we're having a little bit of reversals here. You do want to still be cautious because you don't want to buy a reversal and then all of a sudden be stuck in a continuation dip on exactly what you're trying to avoid the whole time. So we always want to be, keeping an eye out for volume and whatnot here. These are very tricky times to trade. We're on the backside of a bigger move. I typically don't look for more than 3, 4, or 5% profit. This is not this is not your breakout territory. We're not looking for these kind of trades where we're having breakout, 1 minute pullback and then a breakout again. I mean, this was ridiculous. This was a really nice what was this, like 30 cents a share. I was really happy with this one. Typically on a $5 stock, I'm looking for 40 cents a share tops. So this was basically 60 cents a share respectively. So pretty sweet there. Couldn't be more happy. Whoops, I just closed something out. Where did I close out? Here we go. Whew. We might break 240 viewers. Tell your friends to join. And if they do join, tell them they have to hit the like button, or else I don't know if they can hang. Oh, CRIS, guys, keep an eye out for this one. It's pulling back up. Oh, Lord, what is that going to do? This is looking pretty hot. DPW still watching this one as well. I'm just watching here. Have no entries yet. DPW looks like it's still trying to pull back here, so I'm not super aggressive about it. CRIS, on the other hand, breaking out, 5-minute breakout on above VWAP. This is looking pretty hot. It's 10:32 right now, so let's see what we get. Well, I can't even speak. Maybe time for a sip of water again. $10.30. Let's see. Yeah, so Sorel, I did too. I missed a perfect IMRN bounce off of 10.7 or something like that. I had a limit order there, and for 2 hours it would not get executed. Mind you, I know about the whole, you have to check it so it gets executed. The extended times. I did everything. I trade pre-market, not often, but I've been doing it for years. So I checked the order, I triple checked it, and it just would not get executed. It was so annoying. I could have made like 40-50% on that one. I'm still a little flustered from that. CRIS pulling back a little bit here. Being cautious, but I would probably consider buying a pullback. DPW, guys, back at $5. This thing, that's what I was worried about, that it would continue pulling back. I'm watching I'm watching CRIS, maybe potential order at 2.6. I don't know, it's hard to say, just kind of watching it here. CRIS looks like it's going to keep breaking out here. If it breaks above 2.9, I don't see this thing pulling back anymore. I think this might even be a continuation, but I don't really feel like that's going to happen. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I have a very conservative limit order on it. So we'll see what happens for now. This could be the breakout with CRIS. 285, getting chipped away. 286. I don't think I'm going to buy this breakout. I just don't. It could be huge. And it looks like I'll probably miss it. Oh, 590, there it is. Oh, woo. All right, well, let's see what the next entry is going to be. I was hoping for a bit more aggressive pullback. This is already a 6% move. I'd probably already be taking profits in this zone. Remember, moves are a little bit slower after like 10 o'clock. We're not really in the the first 15 minutes gap and go. We get spoiled, and then we think we're gonna have that kind of momentum right away again. At like 10:30 or so, but it doesn't happen. We also got very spoiled with the momentum we saw yesterday. I mean, that was just insane. CRIS could be pulling back here. Yeah, I definitely would have taken profits, like I said. Um, Good fun here. What's Hertz up to? Is it making people cry? Well, it's having a big bottom bounce off of 2.6. Doesn't look too bad. Big resistance though at 311. Oof, would not be super stoked about entering right now. It's GNUS, big pullback here. CRIS looking like it could also do a bit of a pullback. Sometimes I buy and hold. Well, obviously I do. I have a dividend portfolio, and then I have a long portfolio with all sorts of stuff, small, mid, large cap. I mix it up quite a bit. This channel, these streams, we typically focus more on the gap and go strategy and the $25,000 challenge. I'll probably start adding a few more other things in as well to. I get a lot of questions about that stuff, so I probably will mix it up a bit more. DPW, guys, this $5 zone has proven to be obviously pretty key support, so I wouldn't mind maybe looking for an entry on it at one point. CRIS pulling back again here. '70s might crack. '70s holding okay. DPW now really back in the spotlight while CRIS is pulling back. EVFM, have not checked it out. I'll check out some of these tickers. One second, CRIS is still pulling back. I'm really kind of fixated on it right now. I want to see if 72 breaks. Potential entry near mid 65. CRIS looks like it's going to break 270 here, guys. 267, just got an entry at 264. DPW looks really, really good. Half position size on CRIS. So I would be up twice as much, basically. Just a little bit of calculations here. decent volume on this one. Could be more though. Looks like it's going to pull back one more time here. 265 getting chipped away. 258. Don't want to risk too much on this one. Selling volume still. Back above. Buyers back in on this one. My goal was to see something in the 70s. $67. 50 getting chipped, 68 getting chipped away here a little bit. Closed out this position at 68.5. You know, it was okay. It's just small position size, so it didn't feel like much, but it was okay. I mean, it was like 5 cents a share. So, you know, no, it was like 4.5 cents a share. Not too bad. That's like a 2% profit. It just tiny position size, right? I mean, 2% on a $10,000 position, that would have been a $200 trade, you know? So it is what it is. Woo! Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoyed those live trades. Wow, they make me all fuzzy inside. CRIS, man, I was waiting for that crack above 270, but I'm not going to chill and just, you know, roll the dice. I'm going to take my good risk reward and move on. I don't know if it's going to keep breaking. You just don't know, but I do know that 2.64 was big support because this is where we broke out. We had that breakout here, right here. We had a nice breakout above the 9-minute EMA. We had a 1-minute pullback, and then we had a continuation. The 64, 62, 63 area was that support zone. Okay, so now we're getting that 74 breakout zone. That's actually what I was waiting for, but you know, didn't really get it. No, we hit 100 likes before. We had, what was it, last week? It was super sweet. I think it was even on Friday. I would have to double check that, Ruben. Fortnite, see, this is strategic thinking. That's what that's called. Everyone listen to Fortnite. Oh man, CRIS, guys, at 73. I don't really care if it goes higher than 73, but 73 was my target. So sometimes it's annoying when a stock hits your target and you get out early. It's like, ugh. But I'm not complaining because you know, it's not the best day, but we're up 81 bucks today, and that's with having, you know, an equal amount of losses pretty much. So it goes to show, cut your losses quickly, take your profits when you have them, ideally not too quickly, because you want to balance it out a little bit. But that's basically trading in a nutshell right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5 trades today. That's unusual, actually. And the reason 5 trades is unusual is because the way I allocate. But the half position size on the setups that I'm not totally comfortable with has been really paying dividends. So I'm happy with that rule change. Ryan, first time trading here, my hands are shaking. Ask Heiko about that. That's called getting the fix. You are officially hooked on trading, man. Welcome to the team. I start shaking now when I'm not trading. I'm like, whew, give me some charts. All right, now I can focus a little bit more on what you guys are asking me. I know there was a few questions und ich sollte auch antworten, ob ich überhaupt in Deutsch sprechen kann. Also hier ist ein bisschen Deutsch und Mann, habe ich gerade Appetit auch ein bisschen essen. I'm starving Marvin over here. Are you guys hungry? Ryan, Heiko sent me here. Yeah, Heiko's a little trading fiend. If he's ever missing a video on his fishing channel, it's probably because he's trading. I think he traded all yesterday, the whole time. So CRIS, guys, this is what I was worried about, but this is also what I thought would happen. So I thought we would see 73. I thought we would break 70, but I was worried about a dip back to the downside and having to cut for a loss. That's why I ended up getting out at 68. If I had I don't want to say a better entry, but maybe an entry down here in the 50s, this would have actually allowed me to be a little bit better, more consistent on this trade. So, yeah. If I had brass balls, exactly. If I had bigger balls or brass, I wouldn't even really want, like, okay, I'm just gonna stop talking there. Swing trade patterns, yeah. Went to exit and exit a trade. Is that the same one? I would have to double check, but that could be it. If you Grüße aus Hamburg. I was actually in Hamburg in February. It's a good fun. I really liked Hamburg. I think it's very nice, very pretty city. Coming from Berlin, though, it feels like one part of Berlin. I don't know if that's like something I can say without getting a Hamburger upset, but it felt so small, which was kind of the charm because it's like, it's a city, but it's still kind of cozy. So it's not a bad thing. It is what it is. It is how I felt. I feel like I'm digging myself a hole right now. Should I cut losses now? Oof. Guys, really taking profits and cutting your losses is such a subjective thing. CRIS pulling back again here. When I don't get pretty quick resolution, I don't want to say instant resolution, but typically, within 30 seconds to a minute, I'm wondering where something's wrong. Now, everyone's different. Are you swing trading? Are you day trading? Are you scalping? It's very hard for me to answer anyone's question on when they should enter and exit. But have a strategy, stick to the strategy. If your trading thesis is wrong, it's usually a good time to get out. So think, what is this stock doing? What did I want it to do? Is it doing what I wanted it to do? And if it's not doing what I wanted to do, why am I still in this stock? That's kind of like a very simple logic to go through to figure out if you want to enter and exit a trade or stay in a trade, I guess you can say. I hope you're not like that. Oh boy, our shots being fired here. I gotta watch out what I say. Is MO town in Mo? What does Mo stand for? I want to say Minnesota. Missouri. Ah. Ooh, I'm sorry. It's definitely not Missouri. I mean, Minnesota. That's because Minnesota. The less I talk, the better when I'm talking about states, because I'm a little confused right now. So Missouri is under Minnesota, and Minnesota has Minneapolis, which we all know because it's been on the news so much lately, and that's a whole different topic that I don't know if I want to get into on this trading channel because that's a whole different thing. But yeah, man. I was actually at a protest in Berlin. I don't know if you guys have been to any, but it's pretty interesting stuff. It's actually quite interesting how Europe reacts to the protests or all the news in America. But we could have a whole different live stream about that. I'm watching CRIS right now and I'm talking and I feel like it's not the appropriate time for that. All right, CRIS at 2.4, 2.41. Again, I have no more trades available in my cash account, although, let me quickly see how much technically cash we have. Yeah, we have like 19 bucks in this account, so not a lot of money. It was a nice bit of a green day here. This week has really been like making profit and giving it back, making profit and giving it back. So tomorrow, let's not give back any profit and let's make more profit tomorrow. That sounds like a good idea. Please bleep politics out. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, this is a slippery slope to go down to. What country do I live in now? I almost want to say I don't live in a country. I'm between Berlin and Florida and sometimes some other places, but between these two the most often. Let's see here. Fortnite says I'm not American. You're right, I'm actually not. I was born in Germany, but I do have an American passport. Getting close to 11 pulling back time. Yep. Who knows? TG's keeping an eye out. Okay, so what I actually did, Michael's got a strategy. It's called hydrating with some liquid courage beverages. That's never a bad idea. Heiko said I should test how I trade when I drink, and I think that would be maybe funny for one video, but I think it's generally a really not good idea. I actually made a rule like 3 or 5 years ago, I forgot, like don't trade sick, don't trade, yeah, sick, drunk, there's a third one, I don't know, basically under the influence or sick, or tired, that's what it was tired, which when you're tired, your brain is like worse than when you're drunk. So just, if you're sick or tired or you're, really, just, I don't know, maybe weed is different. I don't think I've ever traded stoned. Heiko, you should smoke some weed and film yourself trading. That would be funny. Okay, so JFIN, I'm watching it here. You guys know that I typically leave stocks over 20 bucks alone, but I gotta say JFIN is looking pretty interesting. Really big move here. I gotta say this really reminds me of IMRN from yesterday because we had the peak of 18, we broke out from that, we came back, and then we had a nice little continuation. With CRIS, I'm a little bit nervous that it's going to be dead from now on. So I'm just, be cautious on CRIS. So you guys are getting the 420 stock trading highlight scoop right now from Heiko. So this is why the community is amazing, because we can learn from everyone. We can learn what to do and what not to do. Okay, so $28. This thing's still ripping up. You can see that the big time support zones were, you know, $15.50, or it says $16, the 20 zone, and then 22.5. That was the last major breakout. I have no trades on JFIN. So to not make me complain too much about not having trades available or anything, I put $3,000 into my margin account, which I might from time to time trade. I'm not totally sure if I will, but I'm just letting you guys know that technically I might, you know, throw out some trades if we see the right pattern. But overall, I'm more or less done with trading. But I don't want to bring in any other biases. I just want to like let the market do what it does. If I see a really nice setup, I'll jump in on it. If it doesn't, whatever, great. We made $80 today on the small cap challenge account, so I couldn't be happier on that. Heiko's counting likes, guys. Don't disappoint him. Oh man, guys, JFIN, who is in on this one? Because I'm jealous. I would love to buy that 22.5 breakout, but I was looking at Missouri or Minnesota. CRIS, DPW, DPW, DPW. DPW and CRIS both are not really speaking to me right now. JFIN, I think, is taking a lot of the attention. What was the catalyst on this one? One second. No, I was not able to look at UAVS. To see Alex is finally trading with another account though. Yeah, I was like, you know, I'm like standing here watching the markets. Why am I not trading it? I mean, the challenge account I'm not going to touch. The challenge account is the challenge account. I'm going to keep doing it, but doesn't mean I can't trade another account. I don't want to have this constant like FOMO of like, you know, maybe later in the day there's going to be something great and then not be able to trade it. I find that really annoying. Fortnite, I was a click away from 100 position on 17.8 on IFJN. Yeah, man, I feel you. Interesting, Cody, with GAXY, sorry. $100%. 100%. You obviously don't want to, you know, overtrade or anything like that, but if the setups are right, you know, there's no point of not trading. JFIN. So this was halted at 58. This is actually good news. It gives us time to like catch up a little bit here. I have no idea what the catalyst is. Do you guys know what the catalyst is on this one? Because it really started running. This thing's up 900% today. It's ridiculous. Oh wow, Jared, I don't know what to say to that. I guess thank you. Ilias, I don't think this software is actually, I know it's not for German or Europeans, or it's only for US residents. Although I think it might be possible to open a company in America and use that company. I'm not totally sure on that. So something you'd have to check out. All right, Michael. Take care, man. That's awesome to hear, man. That's really, really cool. I can't believe your wife is here too. That's amazing. It's like a little trading couple. That sounds like good fun. A couple that trades together is a couple that would like that's a happy couple. I was like, how does that continue? Oops. All right. I just dropped something. Whatever. I'm using TD Ameritrade, ThinkorSwim. Remember, guys, a lot of these questions, common questions, are in the video description below. I have an FAQ section under there. Oh, I just stood up too fast. Wow, JFIN. Did you guys see that open? Huge pullback. Instant gap to $21, pullback 19%. Somebody just made 20% on that. Fortnite says I should release a course. I actually have no course on stock trading. I have a crypto course. Oh, that's funny. Right as you guys asked, a couple that trades together stays together. Yes, Fritz, thank you for that. I knew there was something on my mind. FJIN, guys, huge pullbacks here. I feel like I'm not totally focused right now, so I'm not going to be trading it. But JFIN, these dips sometimes perform very, very nice. It just seems very aggressive. So let me see. Did some news come out? No news. Just the resumption news. Huge bounces here. Let me know if you guys are getting these bounces. Yes, I am still trading cryptos, by the way. I am. It's a couple that prays together. Well, praying on the market. Please go up, please go up, please go up. That's like the same thing. Or it's definitely in that direction. Wow, look at that reversal. I'm basically just averaging in at this point, just, buying some of the larger names that you guys are probably aware of, like Bitcoin, Neo, things like that. I'll actually probably come out with a video about that pretty soon. Harv. Wow, guys, huge reversal from 20 to 28 in under a minute, or probably just about a minute. That was insane. Big support at the $20 zone. I don't know, maybe check out just Google. I don't know, I would just Google. Ledger, I hear, is a pretty big one. The crypto vaults on the websites are actually not that bad either. If you don't want to do cold storage, like I think Coinbase has a vault feature. Yeah, they have a really nice vault. I don't know if Binance has a vault, but obviously cold storage, getting your crypto off the exchanges, I would recommend 100% of the time. But I'm just saying, some of the exchanges themselves are not that bad. Like Gemini is probably one of my favorite. JFIN has the earnings tomorrow from Tex. Yeah, Cody, if you have over $25,000 in a margin account, you don't have to wait those 2 business days. That's why we're doing the $25,000 challenge. DPW looks like it's going to pull back here again. Not too stoked about this one. Just kind of, selling off constantly. I think once the $5 zone cracks, this is going to be a bit of a I don't know, just I'm not too excited about what's going to happen. Be right back. Yeah, cash accounts always have to wait. So if you want to like day trade in your IRA, for example, you need a good chunk of money in your IRA, because IRAs cannot be margin accounts. Yeah, I'm also a little tempted with JFIN, but I probably won't trade it. But I'm going to stop saying that. If I see a good setup, I'll trade it. At the moment, I'm not trading it. Yeah, Jared, you're probably right on that. I just don't see a reason why I'd want to do it. Although, maybe it would make me kind of take a step back and be like, you know what, I'm going to give it a little bit. I also think I would do that on an entry, and then I'd be like, oh, I missed the entry. I don't know, I could be wrong. WINS. Doing the same as JFIN. Wow, this one is a little ridiculous here. I would be very nervous with this one. This one, huge run-ups from $5. What is going on with some of these tickers? 450%. Man, let's just put all our account size in one stock, and then all of a sudden we'll be the $25,000 challenge tomorrow. This is a little ridiculous. Who knows how much further this is going to go, but when this thing opens up and it drops, it's going to drop like that. It's going to be so vicious. GNUS, guys, almost back at $5. This one did have a pretty nice, break here, and it had a pretty solid little continuation. This whole move here was 10%, not really too bad. Not the biggest winner, but pretty okay. This is why I typically don't trade stuff on the backside of a move, because they're just not as interesting. Here you can see this is, we're breaking over this candle. Maybe we're going to hit a high here of 6. I don't know. It's not as exciting. Check out the video description below. The first link, tradejournal.co/connect. There's a button that says join the $25,000 challenge. Goes to the overview video. It's basically we're growing an account from $4,000 to $25,000 using a cash account in the USA to get us over the pattern day trader rule. And we're primarily doing that trading the gap and go strategy. That's what that is all about. I don't really, yes, I use VWAP, but I typically don't trade based on VWAP. I like to identify we're trending above VWAP. Things are going to be a little bit more bullish, where, buying breakout pullbacks below VWAP is not really something I want to be doing. I'd rather see that, above VWAP. So I use it kind of as a trend indicator, but not so much as an entry indicator, if that makes sense. Well, at least it's going your way. Dwayne. I think that's Dwayne. Sorry if I'm getting some names wrong, guys. JFIN flag, 1 minute. Wow, what a day today. I just realized it's 11:11. Make a wish, guys. What are you wishing for? I'm wishing for another green day. Wait, am I allowed to say my wishes out loud? Oh Lord. I think it's better if you say your wishes out loud, because then people hear it and they could hopefully try to help you make it possible. I'm looking at no specific trades right now. Jaga, I'm not sure if you heard my last response. I'm not sure, but about the $25,000 challenge. I'm basically trading the gap and go strategy, growing a small account from 4,000 to 25,000. JFIN was crazy. This might, still have opportunity. DPW, guys, this could be the beginning of a crack here. I just saw it out of the corner of my eyes. Anytime, we break a former candle, I always get nervous on a stock like this. We had news come out not too long ago, like 7 minutes ago. That's never good. Even if it's good news, stocks tend to sell off. I would be very careful with DPW. Very, very careful. No, gap and go is, we're looking for stocks that are gapping up, but it doesn't mean we want to buy them yet. We want to, see the float. You want to make sure there's a catalyst. You want to make sure there's strong spike history. What does the daily chart look like? Does it have room to run? Is there a fast rate of change? And to me, I like trading between $2 and $7 stocks like DPW. This is a perfect example of a gap and go. DPW selling off, guys. This is exactly what I was thinking could happen here. But yeah, DPW was gapping up. We had a bit of a morning pullback, and then it, had the go, had the gap and the go. Unfortunately, I did kind of miss the go part on DPW. I was a little all over the place with different trades. Big stuff here, big stuff. Which securities center is that? Forex? I'm not totally sure. Securities are stocks. Forex is currencies. So just good thing to keep in mind. Oh man, this tea is really hot. Oh wow, DPW has some big sell orders just being flashed. I would still be pretty cautious. Big buyers as well, though. I don't think I would be trading this one just yet. Nice, Heiko. Good to hear. That is what I like to hear. JFIN will be traded. I don't know. DPW guys pulling off here. It had news come out at 17:05, so 11:05, but it doesn't seem that bad. So end of day reversal. I'm not sure with DPW. Anything's possible. It's also possible that it gets a direct offering and totally sells off. I don't like what I'm seeing on it just yet. Jared, check out the crypto course on tradejournal.co/connect. I have a link to it on the bottom of that landing page. It's totally free if you're a student at Skillshare, and if you're not, there's like a 2-month free trial, which at which time you could easily complete the course. So that's why I find it pretty cool on Skillshare. You could technically start trading with any sum of money, but I would probably look for $100,000 position sizes, because otherwise you might not have the I don't know, desire to care about certain positions, and I think that's very dangerous with trading, because all of a sudden you have a bad trade and you're like, whatever, it's just $100, and you don't want to get in that mindset. DPW is still selling off, but I think it's a little bit unprecedented. I'm not totally sure why it's selling off so much. So could be a good dip at one point. CRIS still holding the highs here. I wonder if this is going to be a secondary run at one point. No, I don't trade Forex. Yeah, I feel you, Cruiser, on that. It's the first month you could start off with like $100, but once you learn some strategies, you learn a little bit. Trust me, you're gonna want to increase your position size, or else you're gonna start. Well, at least me, I noticed that if I use too little position size, I start getting sloppy. But I've gotten better at that because I focus on percentages. But still, if you're trading with $500, you're up 10%, you're only up $50, and you're just like, oh, come on, like, let me get, $60, $70. And then, that's a ridiculously good trade percentage wise. And then that could lead you to making more mistakes. So if you're conscious on that fact, then it's okay. But it's good not to, I don't know. You just want to keep it in mind. CRIS, man, is this going to have a bit of a reversal at one point? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're asking. That's in theory, yes. CRIS. Is this a late day bloomer here? This was our, one of our lead gappers. Actually, this was not one of our lead gappers, but it popped up on the list at a pretty interesting time, and it's the top third lead gapper on the day. So this one could start, really moving here at one point. 2.5. That's the big support zone. We have some resistance at 4. This is a pretty tricky area here at about 2.8, kind of $3. Just want to keep that zone in mind. So yeah, I went ahead and outlined it. Basically at 2.9, we have big resistance. And then we had a fake out from 2.9. And now we're trying to break, CRIS is trying to break 2.9 again. I don't know, GNUS probably around $6 would be like my absolute target on the day. But we were talking about that pre-market a little bit. Between like 7 and 8 could be interesting, but nothing's guaranteed. I don't know. It's a little slow for me to want to trade it. I don't think there are bulls right now in DPW. We'll see. CRIS pulling back again here. I don't know with GNUS. I'm not really looking at GNUS right now. We started this challenge with $4,000. CRIS, guys, this could have a secondary performance here. A little bit of volume came back in it. I like that. JRJC. Yeah, I think JFIN is just a total buy the rumor, sell the news setup. Wow, CRIS, guys, look at this one go. No, I don't trade a margin account, Charlotte, for the challenge. Now I just switched to a margin account with 3K in it. This account is, but the challenge account, $25,000 challenge account, is not. CRIS could break $3 here. This is really what I would like to see. I would really want to see some momentum coming back into this one. We're getting some decent volume as well. 15% move so far from top to bottom. Yeah, I'll show the settings in a little bit here. DPW is looking kind of interesting. I just looked at LYL. Yeah, that thing is, I don't know, no volume. I wouldn't be trading it. Could be interesting, but I wouldn't trade it. Right now, setting up a triple top here, CRIS. Boom! Breaking 290. This is huge resistance zone, guys. This is a pretty hot potential setup. There's been much more volume coming into CRIS than DPW. Oh wow, Zachary, thanks for that update. That's crazy. Big sell volume here on CRIS. I'm thinking CRIS could be an entry. I don't like the selling volume on this one. I really did like this setup right here at 266. Kind of slept on through that, which is a little bit annoying. Cash accounts are not under the pattern day trader rule, Charlotte. I go over that in my 25K, $25,000 challenge overview video on how we're going to grow this small account using a cash account. Still a lot of selling here. I'm not totally convinced with CRIS. I don't really like it at the moment. Although I think that giant red spike volume could be a little bit artificial because I think that was a lot of breakout volume on that as well. Yep, 1AP Pro is right. Basically, we have roughly 6K in the account. We trade 3,000 on Monday, 3,000 on Tuesday, and then we get the first 3,000 from Monday back on Wednesday. So we're always alternating. And you can trade as much as you want, but there's a 48-hour hold on any cash that you trade. So I could trade technically 1,000 times with $3 a trade. CRIS, getting that extra little shot of momentum here. It is holding the highs really well, I gotta say. So can we see more continuation on this one? That's the big question. Ooh, JFIN. I don't know if it was halted, but 20s, that's that key zone, huh? If it's not trading, it was probably halted. Don't worry, Corwin. It happens to all of us. We all have red days. You'll recover soon enough. Yeah, CRIS just, you know, it didn't show that classic sign of strength. Maybe there's going to be a good little pullback opportunity, but I don't know. I'm watching the time in sales. I'm just watching for orders. I'm watching the big orders. Hope is not a strategy, although sometimes it works. 4.5 is big support on DPW, so let's see if we bounce off of that. But I'd be very nervous to hold if 4.5 did not hold as well. It could be one of those stocks that just sell off the rest of the day, or it could, you know, break 6 and hit new highs. You just don't know. So I only like trading where there's a bit more predictability on breakouts and stuff like that. Just like we had on Chris. I mean CRIS, this was perfect. So let me just go back to my challenge account. Oops, not this one. And this one, you know, we bought the dip here. Unfortunately, I kind of got shaken out here. This is when we had TOS issues and I didn't know if I was in or out of the trade. Here we had the nice breakout. We had a 1 minute pullback after a big 5 minute breakout above VWAP and above major support and resistance. That's why I entered this trade. This was like a 12% trade. This was really quick, really nice. This, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit more choppy. Here we were trying to do a dip trade. It worked out, got about 2% on this one, so not really too bad. Yeah, it really does hurt having a bag holder. I don't recommend it. Have a max stop at 10% or something, which is high. That's a big stop. But, at one point, you just got to cut it loose. Because a 50% loss or something, which happens a lot with these small caps, is just, you don't want to be part of that. That really hurts your account growth. Oh yeah, I kind of want to check out some airlines. Yeah, American Airlines had a really nice dip off of 16 today. I actually had a limit order at like $10 when we had this big breakout here, and I just missed my entry. That was one of my swing trades. Um, I was so upset about it. I was really like kicking myself. I was like, what? No. It's always the worst when like a stock looks at your order and then does a perfect turnaround and you're just like, no, I totally missed that move. That happened to me today actually with CRIS. I had a limit order at 204. We had the quick pullback, bounced up like 5-7%. Would have took my profits and didn't get the entry. Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. It took me a while to become profitable because I was all over the place. I didn't have a fixed strategy. I didn't have like a fixed person I was following, which you don't need a fixed person, but I was trying a little bit of everything. And it probably took me like a good like year before I was profitable. Heiko's been trading for like 3 months now, and he's profitable since he started. So it's really important to know what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing for a long time. I was swing trading, I was day trading, I was doing gappers, I was doing pullbacks, and then I eventually found buying dips and support lines were my go-to thing. And then I was doing that for several years, and it works very well. And that's still my favorite trading strategy. And then now, like as of this challenge, so just a couple months, as of this year, I'm learning a new strategy. It's like that's how long I wanted to give myself to master one strategy, several years. So this is the gap and go challenge, where you're really trading breakouts and momentum. This is a little different than what I'm used to. But really, with trading and finance and stocks and crypto and Forex and derivatives and options, the grass is always greener on the other side. And at one point, you just got to stick with something because you're always going to otherwise you're just going to be chasing, the dream or just chasing stuff. And then like you just give yourself, a couple months, 3 to 6 months, learn one thing, and then really get good at that for a little bit. At least that's what worked for me. Everyone's going to be different. But that would be my advice to anyone new. 1AP Pro, man, I'm sorry to hear that. It's always like the worst. I'm sorry, man. JFIN, yeah, that was a pretty nice little bounce off the 20. I was even thinking in my head, like, maybe it's going to have another retest here at 20, and it freaking did. That would have been a really nice one. So I'm right there with you guys. I totally missed the JFIN bounce on 20. Kind of ridiculous. I should have never missed that. In hindsight, it feels so obvious. But it always feels obvious in hindsight, right? Guys, I think our max likes during a stream was 105 likes. Can we break it? I don't know. This is a good time to call your mom and be like, Mom, I need you to do something for me. I haven't asked something in a really long time. but there's this channel and they're streaming right now. And if you just would hit that like button, that would be huge. Yeah, the bounces, they're always short in my mind. They don't last very long. So I like getting in and out of these puppies. Whew. Which I just saw some likes coming, guys. I definitely appreciate that. Which indicators am I using? I'm using the VWAP to kind of give me an overall trend reminder. I mainly trade these support and resistance zones. Those are the red lines that I draw out from the daily chart. And then there's a 9-minute EMA blue line here. And this one allows me to kind of think, okay, if we're breaking higher, is this pullback like a decent entry? So here you can see here, this was a perfect pullback to the 9-minute EMA. I'm not that great at trading the 9-minute EMA. I think I need to get more comfortable with it, but I do enjoy it. I gotta say that. I really do enjoy it. Goran, sometimes you gotta sell, so it's not a bad thing. I don't know if you saw some of my stops today, but the second my trading thesis, my idea of what I want out of the trade is no longer true, I get out pretty quickly, because I mean we're trading momentum. So if breakout or bailout, right? It's at 4.56. Yeah, let's see what happens here in this zone. JFIN back at it again. Whew. Oh my God, trying to break the 25 zone. So far, I've not made one trade on JFIN, which is fine. I made my share of fun, exciting, beneficial trades today. So I'm in no trades. If you guys look here, current account, you can always see what recent trades I'm in or whatever. Any sort of limit orders or anything appears right here. So since it's black, you guys know I'm not in anything. I'll also let you guys know if I'm in a trade. And if I'm in a trade, I also put the trade, I always move the chart over that I'm in on the trade, usually front and center, so you guys can all watch. And most of my trades don't last more than a few minutes. So I'm not just like blindly holding something. Oh man, I'm sorry, man, but it happens. I also have my fair share. I think every trader, like losing is part of the game. I think that's one of the hardest parts with trading is like you're gonna be wrong, and you're gonna be wrong a lot. It's how quick can you adjust your trading style? Can you take profits? Can you cut losses? I think that's the hardest part about trading, because trading in a nutshell isn't really that hard. We're looking for support zones, we're looking for breakouts, we're looking for momentum, we're looking for volume. And once you have a stock that fits your criteria, that's pretty much all you need. Yeah, let me pull up GNUS. I wasn't really looking at this one at all. Back at 516. Oh, consolidating under a VWAP, one of my least favorite things. I mean, I said this in the intro or the pre-market, and I don't like to trade stocks that are on the backside of a big move. Besides maybe putting limit orders out and trying to dip by near big support and resistance. That's like my only kind of favorite way to trade these kind of things. So any limit orders in this general vicinity between 3.5 and 4 would have been kind of something I would do with my IRA account, probably not with my day trading account. We have big resistance here at 6, and I would argue a little bit lower than that. We have a lot of tops and bottoms in these areas. We have another resistance at 7 and 8. So I was thinking that GNUS could maybe hit 6 today, at least retest maybe the highs here. But so far it's not really performing that well. But we did have a nice breakout from yesterday's candle, so that's bullish. Not a lot of volume though. I really think this GNUS just has a lot of bag holders in it, and they're going to be selling into spikes. That's how I look at GNUS. No, I'm not really looking at AVCT, but Ion, nice to have you here, man. Here it is, AVCT. Yeah, pulled back quite a bit today. So typically, oh no, I'm looking at SCON. I was like, wait, it wasn't sub dollar, was it? AVCT went 6 to 88. Now it's at 4.5. Yeah, this one had a really good move at 10 o'clock. You guys were calling it out. You guys were totally right. This was beautiful. I totally slept through AVCT, which was a little bit painful because I also thought, I didn't think, I missed this. This was like a perfect, these are really good setups. This is a nice 5-minute breakout, 1-minute pullback. And then, that's a 30% move from $5. So that's sweet. You guys were right on AVCT. I think the reason I wasn't looking at it today because I didn't see a catalyst on it. And oftentimes when I don't see a catalyst on a stock, I don't trade it. It is kind of cool though because AVCT had a lot of room to run and it definitely used a lot of that space. So we had big resistance kind of here. Oh, can't grab this line for some reason. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to worry about that anymore, but key zones in these areas, and it's not really, I don't know, not holding the highs as much as I would have liked. I'm a little bit nervous, but we have big support at 4.5. Maybe we're going to bounce off that area. We did actually bounce off the area a little bit, and if you look at it, this is actually the key zone right here. This is really, really nice. 4.5 pulled back, had a bounce off of it, and then we had that nice 50% run. So, if you can identify those key support and resistance zones, that's why it's my favorite way to trade. To me, it's like very straightforward. Do you live trade in the mornings daily? Yeah, every morning at 9:15, we go live to review the watch list first, and then we trade the market open like we are today. And then usually around this time, I start wrapping up here. Guys, we're at 104 likes. That's 1 like away from our max stream likes, I think. So I just wanted to basically say that's amazing. And I like that you guys are enjoying this. I've been getting some pretty cool feedback. When I first started streaming, I was not really expecting it to be this cool or like this fun. And now it's a huge learning environment that we've, created. So that's amazing. That's really, really sweet. So I just, thanks for being part of it. AVCT pulling back again here. Whoa, we just hit 116. Okay, well, that was a big record there. Awesome, guys. Really huge. Couldn't do it without you guys. Somebody called their mom, that's for sure. Somebody rang Mutti, hat gesagt, Mutti, ich brauche Hilfe. Fun and cool, nice. DPW, let's go back to DPW. This is the whisker tickler. Bouncing off 466. Oh, actually 4.5 was that bounce zone. This is the painful part because I know you cut the losses at 4.56, and oftentimes there's going to be perfect entries, perfect exits, they happen, but they don't really exist. You should never aim for it. So whenever you take profits, oftentimes the stock keeps going. Whenever you cut your losses, oftentimes, it could have been better. But you have to remember, it's not about getting perfect entries. It's not about getting perfect exits. It's just about getting that, main chunk of the move. And if you can get the majority of a move, you're doing pretty good. Because if you're looking for the perfect entry and you're looking for the perfect exit, you're going to miss a lot of moves. And that happens to me all the time because, you know, just like today with deep CRIS, I had a perfect limit order at 204 right here. And if I wasn't so conservative and I put it more at like 206 or something, that would have been an instant 5% trade. And then instead, I ended up chasing a worse setup and then taking a loss on it. So it's like, I don't know, you really want to get that meat of the move. DPW pulling back here 480. Am I going to trade DPW? Probably not at the moment. Yeah, Arson, I feel you. I like the first 2 hours the most. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Sunu. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I typically actually like to wrap up trading at 10:30. I think if I wasn't streaming, there's a good chance that like 80% of the time by 10:30, I would be done with trading. But sometimes at like 11:30 to 12 and then 12 to 1, sometimes there's huge moves as well. Like you don't want to be overly biased. And I think sometimes I get very biased. I'm like, nope, lunchtime, weak volume, I'm not trading. And then boom, it's like the best time of the day. So being overly biased is not good. It's good to some extent. Market up or down tomorrow? I don't know. That is such a shot in the dark. I don't try to predict stuff. It's actually funny. As a day trader, everyone thinks that you're trying to predict the market. And I feel like I'm not trying to predict anything. I recognize where there's key zones, and then I trade basic probabilities. But I'm not trying to predict which way a stock is going to go. That would just drive you crazy. So SPX, the futures on the SPY hit a major milestone here, this key support zone that once we cracked it, it was gonzo. So 3,200, this general range seems to be kind of a top maybe in the short term. I don't know, maybe we're going to break above this area. On the same note, the NASDAQ, I think, hit all-time highs. Yeah, it hit all-time highs over 10,000. I mean, that is ridiculous. This recovery on the NASDAQ, it's just absolutely wicked. Check out this RSI. So I almost never use the RSI for trading, but there are a few times where I look at the RSI, and that's to find divergence. So here we have a really nice triple top divergence, and the third tap was the chaotic one. So even if there was no corona, I think there would have been a big pullback. I don't think it would have been this big, but I sold almost all of my long-term holdings before this dip because I just did not want to be part of an overextended market, which I feel like it's overextended now. But I also did the same thing at 2015 and I missed a huge amount of upside. I missed like 4 years of upside because I was like, nope, market's overextended, and I was wrong. I was so wrong. The market just kept going. So I don't know. I can easily get overbiased, and I don't like that. All right, Lacey. I feel like I'm saying your name wrong, but see you tomorrow, man. Or lady. Yeah, let's hope for the best for sure. Yeah, I also feel like the stocks are a little bit overvalued, but stocks don't care. They remain irrational, especially with the Fed pumping trillions of dollars into the markets, which, I mean, we obviously don't want to mix up politics or anything like that, but I don't think you have to mix up politics to just talk about the Fed. And obviously, that artificial inflation of the market is just not very healthy. I mean, there's a huge disconnect between the market and the economy, and that makes me a little bit nervous. Yeah, I do live streaming every day except the weekends. I take totally off on the weekends. I am like, I get my lawn chair out and my beer and sit on my front porch. No, I'm just kidding. But if I had a front porch, I probably would. But I go to the beer gardens on the weekend. I do code most of Saturday morning though. Trade journal keeps me busy. But yeah, you gotta enjoy the time off. Look at CRIS, guys, popping again here. All right, my eyes are getting a little bit shaky. I feel my brain turning off. I think this is a good time probably to wrap up soon here. DPW, is it going to have a reversal? I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I'm still not convinced. This is very low volume here, and I wouldn't be surprised if it kept selling off. If it breaks this 4.5 zone, I'd be very careful. CRIS, will I trade CRIS? I don't know. If I do trade it, you guys will see in the recap video. You guys will also see it first thing tomorrow morning. I always go over any trades that I did not get on the stream. 100% if it's the $25,000 challenge account, because that's the whole point of the stream. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. It was really, really good fun, like always. I will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Thanks for the likes, 122 likes, guys. That's a record. So huge stuff. Huge stuff. Awesome. New subscriber. Yes. Don't forget to join, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. We come out with a recap video. And obviously, like I said before, we go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. to review the watch list and then trade the market open tomorrow, Thursday. It's going to be hot or not. I don't know. Let's not go in with any biases. I will see you guys then. And yeah, guys, stay safe. Make some awesome trades. I think it's time for a beer. Ciao, ciao.